Have you ever been scrolling late at night and stumbled upon a video of someone just whispering? Or maybe tapping their nails on a desk? And you suddenly feel this weirdly relaxing, tingly sensation? Well, that's ASMR. But is it a real scientific thing or just some strange internet trend? Let's dive in and find out. You know that feeling, right? It's this pleasant, almost hypnotic sensation that kind of starts at the top of your head and just melts down your spine. Millions, and I mean millions of people are using this feeling every single day to de-stress and get to sleep. But what is actually happening in our bodies? Okay, I know that name, autonomous sensory meridian response, sounds super scientific and complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. Autonomous just means it happens all by itself. Sensory is, of course, about your senses. Meridian is like a peak or high point, and response is your body's reaction. So put it all together, and it's your body's automatic peak calming reaction to certain things you see and hear. To really get this, we need to dig into where this whole thing came from. Because even though the name is new, the feeling has actually been around for, well, forever. See, the thing is, this feeling, it's not new at all. You might remember it from when you were a kid, maybe from a soft-spoken teacher. And of course, there's the legendary painter Bob Ross. With his gentle voice and the little scratchy sounds of his brush on the canvas, he's basically the godfather of unintentional ASMR. But it wasn't until 2010 that a woman named Jennifer Allen finally gave it a name in an online forum. And now, wow, it's exploded into this massive global community. So what actually causes this tingly feeling? Well, it's different for everyone, but some of the biggest triggers are things like whispering, tapping sounds, paper crinkling, even role-play videos, like a pretend doctor's visit. Basically, anything that creates a gentle, focused, and kind of repetitive sound or visual can do the trick. And get this, the numbers are just staggering. There are over 13 million ASMR videos on YouTube right now. So yeah, this is no longer some niche little corner of the internet. It has absolutely gone mainstream as a tool for relaxation for a huge global audience. Okay, so we know what it is and where it came from, but how does it actually work? Now we get to the fun part. Let's look at the science and see what's really going on inside our brains when we get those tingles. Now here's a twist you might not see coming. Not everybody gets ASMR. In fact, research suggests that only about 20% of us really get that classic tingle. So if you've ever watched one of these videos and thought, I don't feel a thing, you're not alone. You're actually in the majority. It just means your brain is wired a little differently, and that's totally okay. But for those who do feel it, scientists have found something incredible. Using fMRI brain scans, they've seen that ASMR lights up the exact same parts of your brain that are activated when you're connecting with a loved one or listening to your favorite song. It taps right into our brain circuits for reward, emotion, and empathy. And that brain activation, it's like your brain's bartender starts mixing this amazing cocktail of feel-good chemicals. We're talking about dopamine, the feel-good one, oxytocin, which is known as the love hormone, and endorphins, your body's own natural pain relievers. It's literally a chemical recipe for pure calm. And this is the really crucial part. Unlike a lot of other things that feel good but might get you all hyped up, ASMR does the complete opposite. It kicks on your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your body's rest and digest mode. It actively pulls you out of that stressed out fight or flight response that so many of us are stuck in all day. This calming effect isn't just a vibe or a feeling either. It actually translates into real, measurable health benefits that researchers are starting to get really excited about. So why are literally millions of people tuning into this stuff? Well, the data is pretty clear. A huge 81% of people use it to help manage their mood and anxiety, and 63% rely on it to help them fall asleep. It's become a serious go-to tool for daily mental wellness. And that calming effect, it's not just in your head. You can physically measure it. Studies have shown that watching ASMR can actually lower a person's heart rate by about 3 to 4 beats per minute. Now, I know that might not sound like a huge deal, but if you're dealing with stress, that's a very real physical shift towards a state of calm. And the good news doesn't stop there. People have also reported getting temporary relief from chronic pain. Studies have linked it to reduced feelings of depression and even lower levels of cortisol, which is our main stress hormone. It just gives you the sense of being grounded and less anxious. But, okay, with all this good news, we've got to be real for a second. Is ASMR some kind of magic cure-all for everyone? Let's do a little reality check. Let's break it down. On the one hand, yeah, it's free, it's available 24/7, and for a lot of people it really works. But on the flip side, for some people, these same sounds are just, well, super irritating. And if you use it too much, you can develop something called ASMR immunity, where it just stops working. Plus, it's really treating the symptoms, not the root cause of your stress. And this right here, this is probably the most important thing to remember. ASMR is an amazing tool, but it's not a cure. It's not a replacement for professional help. The key word is complement. Think of it as one really useful tool in your bigger wellness toolkit. So, at the end of the day, in a world where we're all looking for accessible ways to feel a little better, ASMR has shown up as a surprisingly legitimate option. It's not just an internet curiosity anymore. It's a sensation backed by some real science. So the only question left is, could it be the right tool for you?